All right, so this is a 180 for 10 minutes.
I will be plaintiff attorney Mr. Nielsen.
I'll be the witness.
I'll be the court.
I am defense attorney Mr. Pransky, Pransky.
We're on page 3, line 3.
Okay.
Begins with me, 180. How long have you been a police officer?
Almost 7 years.
Was this case being prosecuted against Mr. William Davis, at least partially under your charge, its investigation?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, I have what appears to be a booking and property record, plus a photo of Reggie Neon Brown. This appears to be dated 9/20/90. I'd like it to be marked People's next in order.
Yes, it may be. That would be 4.
In red ink, I'm putting a P4 in the lower right-hand corner. I also have what appears to be a booking and property record for Reggie Neon Brown, dated September 12, 1989. I'd like this marked People's Exhibit number 5.
It may be.
Note, I've shown these to defense counsel.
All right.
Detective, I'm showing you People's Exhibit number 4. Can you tell me what that is?
It's a booking information sheet that is filled out at the time of booking after an arrest.
Does it also have a photograph of the person who is booked?
Yes, it does.
And in People's Exhibit 4, who was that who is booked?
Reggie Neon Brown.
What is the date of his booking?
9/22/90 at 2200 hours.
That would be 10 p.m.?
Yes.
What kind of information does the booking and property record contain?
Personal information, basic description, social security number, information about an emergency if someone need be contacted, that type of information.
Is there a birth date on that property report?
Yes, there is.
What is that?
12/12/70.
Now I'd like, strike that. I have People's Exhibit 5, which I'm showing you. Can you tell me what that is?
The same type of sheet with an information and also photo attached.
All right, and who is the person being booked in People's Exhibit number 5?
Reggie Neon Brown.
Is there a birth date associated with that?
Yes, there is.
What is that?
12/12/70.
All right, the same birth date as the person who goes by the name Reggie Neon Brown in the other?
Correct.
Do these booking and property records include information as to the height and weight of a person?
Yes, it does.
All right, and what is the height and weight given on those booking and property records?
Exhibit 4 is 6 foot, 140 pounds, and Exhibit 5 is 6'3", 150 pounds.
Is it common for there to be minor discrepancies between booking records of the same person booked at a different time?
Yes, there is.
I'm going to object to that. That's vague and ambiguous.
Overruled. You may cross-examine on it if you wish. Please proceed.
People have no further questions.
Cross-examination.
Have you ever come in contact with Reggie Brown?
No, I have not.
Did you ever have a conversation with Mr. Davis involving this particular case here?
No, I did not.
Did you obtain those photographs personally yourself?
No, I did not.
So you're just testifying that these are the documents from Long Beach Police Department, is that correct?
Basically, yes.
I have no further questions.
Is there any redirect?
Nothing further.
You're free to go. If you give those documents to the district attorney, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nobody in the hallway?
Unfortunately not, Your Honor.
Well, we'll discuss instructions then and do something productive until the witness shows up. They are due within the next 10 minutes, I understand. Ladies and gentlemen, that's as far as we can go with those 2 witnesses that we are waiting for that the people intend to call. We'll get our instructions, discussions going, so we'll be closer to ready in that respect. All I can say is we'll call you out as soon as one of these witnesses is able to get here. We're in recess. Please don't discuss the case. All right, all the jurors are back in the courtroom. Both counsel and the defendant are present. I understand you have a witness you can present at this time.
Yes, Your Honor, the people would call Mr. Calvin Grant.
Sir, if you come up here to be sworn, please. You do solemnly swear the testimony you are about to give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may be seated. Will you please state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Calvin Frederick Grant, Calvin FREDRICKGRANT.
You may proceed.
Thank you.
Apparently you need an exhibit or two that she has to get.
Yes.
Are you able to proceed without those?
To a certain point, yes, Your Honor.
Go up to the point that you can.
Mr. Grant, on September 19 last year, did you own a car?
Yes, I did.
And at approximately 1:55 p.m. in the afternoon, were you driving that car?
No, the car was parked in front of my wife's job.
I'm sorry?
The car was parked in front of my wife's job.
Had you driven it there?
Yes.
Where was that your wife's job is located at?
On Manchester and Alameda.
What part of town is that?
That was Los Angeles.
You have driven there before?
Several times, yes.
Is that located about a half hour away from here where we are?
Approximately a half-hour freeway, an hour straight.
What kind of car was that?
A Ford Escort.
What color was it?
It's
Do
gray.
you recall its license plate number?
2MNJ362.
At that time when the car was parked in front of your wife's business, you had just driven there to the business?
I had been there approximately 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes.
At that point, did someone approach you?
Yes.
And where were you when they approached you?
In the parking lot.
Were you sitting in the car?
Yes.
What were you doing sitting in the car?
Reading the paper.
Was there anyone else in the car with you?
No.
What happened when this person approached you?
He tapped on the window. I looked. I didn't see him at first because he was behind the car. And then he tapped on it again and I looked and he had an automatic weapon and he said, pulled it back and said, "Get the hell out of your car."
Hold it back. What do you mean?
The chamber.
There was a slide on it?
Yes.
What color was that gun?
It was chrome.
At this point, what did you do?
I got out of the car.
And then what happened?
And he told me to walk over there and don't turn around.
What happened?
Well, we stood face to face for a couple of seconds or so, and then I walked towards my wife's office door and went and told her what happened, and she called the sheriff. That was it.
What happened to the car at that point?
The guy told me to leave the keys in the car. He got in the car and drove off and made a right on Alameda going westbound.
Okay, and this person was alone?
Yes.
Now, subsequent to that incident, did you, on October 13, 1990, speak to some Long Beach Police Department detectives?
Yes.
Did they show you a photo lineup?
Yes.
Did they ask you whether you could identify the robber from the photo lineup?
Yes, he did.
Were you able to?
I was pretty positive on one guy.
Okay, and as a result of looking at the photographs, did you sign a piece of paper?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have what appears to be a piece of paper signed by Mr. Calvin Grant on 10/13/90 with the name of Brooks at the top also. May this be marked
Number 6.
People 6
Yes.
in red ink. I'm going to put a P6 at the bottom of the piece of paper.
All right.
Your Honor, I now have what appears to be a 6-pack photo lineup drawn from case number NA5082. I'd like to mark this people's number 7.
It may be 7.
It currently has a P1 in the lower right-hand corner. I'm going to put P7 in the lower left-hand side corner.
Yes, and make it in red.
It will be in red.
I'd like to interrupt, Your Honor. What is P6?
This is P6, what he just marked.
Okay,
Mr. Grant, I'm showing you People's Exhibit number 7. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Is that the photo lineup that you looked at?
That is it.
Okay, now I'm going to show you People's Exhibit number 6. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
Is that a form that you signed?
This is it.
Now, it has a statement on that form. Is that your statement?
This is it.
Would you read the statement?
I'm positive it's number 25. He had a slash on his face where I have mine.
What do you mean by he has a slash on his face?
One of the eyebrows. I'm pretty sure it was the left one because I have one on both of mine.
He has a slash on it.
He has a slash on his eyebrow.
When you say left one, if I face you, if you were going to reach out and touch one of my eyebrows, with his hand, which one would you reach?
This one,
The right eyebrow, which would be the left hand one. Is that right, Your Honor?
Yes.
Could you describe that?
a simple slash through his eyebrow.
Did it go up and down or across?
It sort of went at an angle,
Okay, was it thick or thin?
fairly thin.
Now, as you were being robbed, did you feel that you got a good look at the face?
At the time I did.
Why was that? Were you thinking about remembering the face?
Yes, because as I told Brooks, my car was parked maybe 5 or 10 feet away from my wife's office window, and it was a busy street, so I didn't think the guy was going to shoot. So I took the time to kind of, take a good look at him.
We'll just stop for 10 minutes, right?
That was naughty. Sorry.